What is going on, guys? Fraz here, and today we have some interesting news in the pizza world.
Stay tuned.
That is right, a new challenger approaches, and that challenger is Papa John's epic stuffed crust pizza, as labeled per their website and commercial. And you may be thinking, this may not be exactly the biggest deal. Pizza companies tend to be very creative, bring out new pizzas, do limited time thing. But the big question has always been, what's the best pizza between Pizza Hut, Papa John's, or Domino's? Now, I personally usually go with Pizza Hut just because they do have the stuffed crust option. This isn't a sponsored video, even though Pizza Hut, if you are watching, and, So it's gonna be very interesting to pit these two together in a head-to-head death match. On one side, you have Papa John saying,
I'm here, I'm ready to fight to show that I have a good stuffed crust pizza.
and on the other hand, you have Pizza, who's like,
Okay.
So, with all that being said, we are going to go ahead and start placing orders. We are going to be testing these pizzas on a few categories such as taste, crust, price, and other things. We're gonna go a little bit more in depth as the review goes on, but for now, let's get to placing these orders. All right, so we have both orders placed up, one on my phone, one on my laptop. We have a pepperoni stuffed crust pizza in the cart, as well as a marinara, just to kind of taste everything, because no one likes a naked, dry stuffed crust, So the first category that we're going to be talking about is price. One of the biggest things, and one of the main reasons why people don't tend to go with stuffed crust, is because stuffed crust can be pretty expensive. In the category of price, it seems that Pizza Hut is going to take this one by a slight fingernail. Pizza Hut's price overall without tip, make sure you guys tip your waiters, delivery drivers, etc. Just be a good person, thanks. But Pizza Hut's price for a stuffed crust pizza and one marinara sauce comes out to $17.47 before tip, while Papa John's comes out to $18.03. So not too much of a price difference, but you can still see stuffed crust is gonna cost you a pretty penny. And that's why a lot of people don't tend to go with stuffed crust, unless, they have a problem, like me.
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days.
We're gonna place the order at the same time. They're going to deliver to my place. Not that delivery really matters in the big scheme of things, because it all is kind of based around what time it is, where you're located. So don't really take this too much into a factor. I just kind of want to see it. And I think it'll be a fun little clip to kind of just add into the video. So with that being said, let's place the order in 3, 2, 1.
A few minutes later.
Not gonna lie, guys. First off, Papa John's came first, and they're farther away from Pizza Hut, and a guy saved my dog. Pizza Hut?
One eternity later.
Okay, so very interesting. DoorDash delivered this. So this wasn't Pizza Hut, which confused me because Pizza Hut obviously has their own delivery driver, so maybe they're just too busy, but again, it's 4 o'clock. I don't know. Nevertheless, we have both pizzas, so...
B-roll. Day of reckoning will come.
And so we are finally back. Pizza Hut took so much longer than Papa John's, which is very, very crazy. But again, like I said before, they use DoorDash to outsource their delivery, and I don't really understand that, but who knows? I don't know. Nevertheless, we're going to jump into some categories for the pizza. First thing we're going to look at is the actual pizza portion. I know, crazy. Judge a pizza by the pizza. Now, when I say pizza portion, I literally mean like the triangle portion, Makes sense, right? With Pizza Hut stuffed crust pizza, the actual pizza portion tends to be very thin, and it seems like Papa John's has very much taken in that role. As you can see right here, is a very thin little slice, and I don't know why they do that. I know pan, obviously pan's a different beast, like it's a little thicker. Hand tossed, thicker than this. But for some reason, I guess they just had to use all the bread and push it over to the crust, I guess, I don't know. It just looks much more thin. I'm going to be trying the middle portion of the stuffed crust Papa John's epic stuffed crust pizza. Starting now. Most of you that have tried Papa John's and Pizza Hut, you very much know like a difference between the two pizzas, right? So, again, very thin, prominent taste on the pepperonis. Papa John's, when I taste the actual pizza portion, their pepperonis are so aggressive. Like, when those pepperonis walk into my mouth, they're like, "Hey! Have you tasted me yet?" So I will say Papa John's marinara is much better though. I very much enjoyed Papa John's marinara a little bit more because it was thicker, it had more substance to it, when Pizza Hut's is really soupy. Also, Papa John's comes with that garlic stuff, and everyone likes that stuff, right? I mean, that's just the thing. It's not bad. If you had Papa John's, you know what this tastes like. It's as simple as that. And I think ultimately what it's going to come down to is the crust and how well it's filled. Overall, I mean, it's good, but it's not like that's head and shoulders over pizza, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to be taking a look at the actual crust, which I think is the biggest player when deciding between the two. I think the big thing to note when you first see the Papa John's is that it's very bare bones. This is Papa John's crust. I mean, it is. It's very kind of dryish looking. Their crust isn't bad, but it's not what Pizza Hut offers. And we'll get more into that whenever we look at Pizza Hut. But let's look at the crust. Let me grab some marinara and we'll dive deep into it. Good evening. Marinara. Crust. Stuffed edition. It looks like it's a little bit more stuffed than stuffed Pizza Huts, but I guess that just depends on the day. So I guess we're going to take a little dippy into the marinara, and we're going to try it right now.
He has no pizza experience. He's never been in the pizza category.
You'll be able to see here that it is going to be kind of like Pizza Huts, where it's not fully brimmed out with cheese. You're gonna have that little hollow section where the cheese is kind of flattened at the bottom. That's what most stuffed crust tends to be, I guess you could say. So again, nothing too crazy, nothing like, wow, this is incredible. This is very, I'm gonna buy this for a bunch of people at a Super Bowl party type pizza. And even then you wouldn't do that because period. You wouldn't buy Papa John's pizza for a Super Bowl party. You know, it is what it is. All right, so we're moving on to the pizza portion. Right here, I have a slice of Pizza Hut stuffed crust pizza. As you can see, there's a huge difference in the texture. Sorry about my fingers, they're looking disgusting. But as you can tell, the crust is a little bit flavored. They have three options, being with garlic butter, toasted Parmesan, and like, I think Pizza Hut special, something stupid like that. But at least it gives you some type of something on the crust, unlike Papa John's. So I guess that's a plus as far as deciding what one you want to go with. Pizza portion, I mean, it's the same old pizza. Honestly, it's a little bit thicker than what they usually do, surprised. But again, very paper thin, very stuffed crust-esque. I'm gonna try the pizza portion, and yeah. I've never eaten those two pizzas like together, like side by side. But it's interesting to note that Papa John's very much is heavy on the topping. So in that case, it tasted very heavy pepperoni. In this case, the pepperoni isn't as like prevalent. You do kind of get the mixture of sauce, cheese, and everything. And I think that's kind of why I prefer the pizza portion of Pizza Hut itself, just a little bit. So we're gonna move on to the crust and see what the finale looks like. Breaking news, they taste kind of similar. Now I will say, obviously, garlic buttery does give it a little bit of a quick little bump up there. And I feel like the cheese tastes a little bit different. I know that's kind of weird. I feel like it's the same cheese that both restaurants use, but the cheese tastes a little bit different with Pizza Hut. And I kind of like that. It looks like Pizza Hut is still the reigning champion. Let me put this book aside. When it comes down to the big idea of Papa John's versus pizza in the big pizza war, especially the stuffed crust war, it all really comes down to preference. What do you enjoy? Do you enjoy Papa John's pizza? Do you enjoy Pizza Hut pizza? I've given you the reasons as to what looks like what. You've seen B-roll of it. You can decide for yourself. You can try it for yourself. And ultimately, my favorite is gonna still lean towards pizza just based on what we saw today. But again, you guys feel free to try it on your own. You guys can rate it down below. That is gonna be it for this video though. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you want to. Do let me down in the comments what your favorite type of pizza is, where it's from, all that good stuff. I do wanna hear from you guys. All that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys had a great day, and I'll see you, hopefully, in the next video. Peace. Peace.